In this video, I'm going to show you a couple of exercises that are going to blow your mind. You need to incorporate them right now into your workout schedule because they are so powerful. They're part of my workout routine. I'm going to talk about my workout routine, react to it, tell you how I feel, what's the motive behind it, and I hope you can get some insights out of it. And if you're over 40 and you want to become strong, fit, and lean without going to the gym twice as fast, then download my free ebook in the first link in the description. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory von Lebe hier. I'm currently preparing for a competition in the next coming months. I don't know when it will be, but I want to get a specific title in the kettlebell sport realm, and that's why I'm preparing for this. Now, the reason why I do structure the training the way I structure it right now is because I want to achieve this specific title, but I also want to keep my 2 bells overhead method continuously in place. And 2 bells overhead simply means that the bulk of your training volume must finish overhead. In my case, currently, 100% of the lifts end overhead. And that's one of the reasons why I was able to drastically change my physique. And I think it comes down to the point that when you press or jerk weights overhead, this is the epitome of strength. That's the reason why you get stronger. And once you get stronger and you put serious weight overhead, your muscles adapt, of course. Look at the weightlifters. So what we're actually doing is we're kind of adapting a weightlifters program with kettlebells, and I enjoy it. I get great results with it. So let us jump right into the workouts that I did this Wednesday and this Friday. For those of you who are wondering, I train Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Monday is always the workout that we design. We call it workout of the week, where we use single bells, double bells. This is always right plan on the spot. That is for our Kettlebell Plus membership, as well as for our coaching, where we help clients get into the shape of their life. And then Wednesday and Friday is my specific training for the competition, as well as the 2 bells overhead method. And then Saturday is one particular training where I focus on putting the competition first. This means I do the specific exercise that I have to do on that given competition when I'm ready to do so, and do that exercise first when I'm fresh. So let's jump right into it. And just in case if you're wondering what kind of kettlebell I'm using, it's the Pro Kettlebell by my friend Nikolai Puchlov, proudly made in the USA. Check the link in the description to get your Pro Kettlebell right now. And don't forget to use our code Lebe to get 10% off your next purchase. So I always use the same warm-up protocol. We call it RAMP. R stands for raise, A and M stands for activate and mobilize, and P stands for potentiate. Now, the letter P, I always leave it away unless I'm competing or I have a competitive set. In this case, I raise the body's temperature, I activate the body's muscles, I mobilize the joints, and then I get straight into my additional warm-up, which you can already classify as a workout. I call it the 4 horsemen of body weight exercises. I do the push-up, I do the squat, I do the pull-up, and I do the dips. So it's a very simple training perspective. So I do 10 push-ups. Once I have those 10 push-ups, I jump straight into 10 body weight squats. The reason why I leave my arms hanging like a gorilla is because I don't want to fatigue my arms additionally by keeping them outwards or extending them in front of me. Nothing wrong with it if you do. And after those 10 push-ups, I jump straight into the pull-up. And with the pull-up, I try to do a couple of things. So when you see me do reps, I do half reps, so-called shorties, as well as trying to go overhead as far as I can. I always mix and match it a little bit. I don't always want to go full range of motion. Sometimes I kind of want to, in that case, keep my body or keep my abs tight, make sure my body doesn't flail around. And then I pull. Sometimes I pull the chin overhead, the bar. Sometimes I keep it lower and do the shorties. I don't really care. What I like to do is I do partial reps. I do full range reps. This is still a workout or still a warm-up to prepare me for my actual workout. And these dips, I started loving them the way I do it. So I am on the dip bar. I push my hips back like a hinge and I pull my knees up, and then I'm looking towards the floor as I want to lower my body in that line towards the floor and push it back up. I do it like a ritual. So I do these 5 exercises for 10 reps. Then I go to the board. I draw one line so that I know, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I go over to that little bench. Then I zip a little bit of my pre-workout, and then I go back to those push-ups. I do this for 5 sets. So then I get ready. So this was Wednesday's workout. The reason why I wear the belt is because I want to make sure that when I jerk, that's the exercise that I'm going to do in a second, so that the elbow doesn't shift too far down, but that they are protected or covered by the belt, so I can relax the arms a little bit more. So this is also part of my practice. So I get ready. And then once I am ready, I set the timer. We use the so-called ENON method. ENON stands for every 90 seconds on 90 seconds. And here we go. Bells up. This is double 28s, the pumpkins. And now I'm working on my jerk technique a little bit. So on Wednesday, I felt great. I said, you know what? Let's do 10 reps instead of the usual 8. But I recognized very quickly that I had to go down to my 8 reps that I usually do. And one thing that I started incorporating is the less is more tactic. Now, what does that mean? Less is more means I only do 2 exercises. I do the jerk, which I'm finishing in a second, right? A couple of more reps, and I'm really happy with the technique. I still have to work on it. And then I already felt, ooh, 10 reps. All right. This is going to gas me a little bit, so I have to go down to my 8 reps. And this is how you always want to think about how you train. You have your set goals, you have your system, you have your plan, and maybe you always have to adapt a little bit. That's just normal. You're not a robot. So then I lay the belt down, because now here come one of my favorite exercises. I started loving it, and that is the double half snatch. You have to do the jerk. You have to do the double half snatch. And so these 2 exercises combined put a lot of weight overhead. In that particular workout, this was my Wednesday's workout. I was able to bring 12 tons overhead in 50 minutes. This time was the first workout after my competition set where I already felt that I can move a little bit faster. I don't need the full 90 seconds to rest. I can go a little bit faster. So here we go. Boom. And I love that exercise. It's a lot of pulling. It's a lot of pushing from the legs. And the first reps felt really bad. I really had to struggle, but then it felt way better as I was going towards the end, and we want to jump a little bit. So here we are again. I am preparing, I'm putting my belt back on, and what I do is I do 4 rounds total. So 4 rounds means jerk 8 reps, double half snatch 8 reps, jerk 8 reps, double half snatch 8 reps, rest, and do this 4 times. And always rest in between, of course, with the ENON method. So let's see what the jerk looks like. So it looks a little bit better, but as you can see, the kettlebell is still wobbling overhead. I have still an issue by dosing the strength or dosing the explosiveness perfectly, jumping perfectly into the second dip, using a strong bump, and then making sure the kettlebell doesn't wiggle overhead. As you can see, it's still wiggling. It's still wiggling overhead, which means I still have to work on my technique, and I've been working on the jerk since forever, but it gets a little bit better. And one thing that I mentioned in the recent video is what I now do is I do quadruple extension. So I extend the knees at the ankle, I extend the knees, I extend the hips, and I extend the spine. Look at my muscles, how pumped up they are from doing ballistics in kettlebells. This is super solid stuff. So here it went better. I think it went better. Let's see. Yeah, way better. And I also felt better. Yep. Yeah. Using a lot of drive. I'm using some drive from the legs, but mostly I'm using the pull from the arms. So the double half snatch compared to the regular snatch with only 1 kettlebell, this is a beast of a muscle builder because I'm intentionally not using my legs as much. I'm using my arms as much as I can. So what I incorporate right now is I'm finishing every Wednesday and Friday workout with 100 snatch with the 24 kg with only 1 arm switch. And in this case, I wasn't doing 100 reps. I was going for 5 minutes, and I wanted to switch sides after 2.5 minutes to work on my technique, work on the feeling of relaxation, on my top fixation, on the hand insertion. And I love this exercise. I start to slowly love this exercise. The snatch is tough, especially with only 1 arm switch, but I think it's such a powerful exercise. And the reason why I do it after my workout is I want to use pre-fatigue. So the snatch is the exercise that I have to compete in a couple of months. And what I want to do is I want to gas my body with these hardcore exercises and still want to be able to bust out 100 reps. reps, of course, at the competition. Then I have to use a 32 kg. But currently, what I'm trying to build is a volume of 200 reps with the 24 kg, 100 with the left side, and 100 with the right side. And as you can see right here, I have double 32s now on the plan. So what I do, or what I did on my Friday workout, which I now incorporate as well, is, again, it's only 2 exercises and it's only 2 weights. It's always double 32s and it's always double 24s. And if I want to go heavier, it's probably going to be double 26 in my half snatch on Wednesday, or the exercise that I'm going to show you right now, which is, I call it the thrust and jerk with 26. But currently, I was using the 24. So after I'm done with my body weight warm up, I jump into the exercises. So here we go. And again, I'm using the most bang for your buck exercises. Why should I waste my time with lighthearted stuff? No, I want potential. I want gains. I want to go balls through walls. I want to challenge my body. So I'm using these heavy exercises. So I'm really happy with my jerk with double 32s, and I think it's only 5 reps. So I'm focusing, so I'm still fresh. That's why I'm able to focus a little bit more. But as you can see, my top fixation, the extension of the elbow is still not there where it's supposed to be. So I'm not that happy yet, but it's still. Double 32s are back on the menu. Last week, or I think 2 weeks ago, I tried to put them back on the menu. I was like, oof, post-competition, forget it. I cannot use these heavy weights. I can't even do 3 reps with them. I have to wait. And now the time has come again after my competition. Post-competition vibe is over. Now I'm getting back into the swing of things. Pun intended. And now I can use the double 32s again. And so here's the second exercise. And I already felt your ENON means I have 90 seconds, right? So 90 seconds means I got to do my work and then I can rest for the remaining 90 seconds or the remaining time on the clock. But I felt like I'm already ready. So I was able to complete this workout way faster. That's what I like about the ENON method. So here we go. Squats, press, thruster, racket, jerk. Boom. Nice, super solid extension. See the difference when you pick up a lighter weight, when you've been working with that heavy stuff and your neuromuscular system has already adapted to that heavy weight. The 24s feel lighter, but still, thrust and jerk is tough stuff. So what do you see right here, the pattern again? Everything ends overhead. All of my volume, every single exercise on these 2 days means 100% of the volume ends overhead. So many people are asking me about the gains that I was recently making. It's because everything ends overhead. The press, the jerk, that stuff is heavy stuff. And you're going to feel a special fatigue setting in. That's why you have to be careful with this type of volume. You have to be careful with the programming, careful with the reps, careful with the sets. And I have found my way now. So now I'm putting the belt back on and the jerk. Let's get back to the jerk. And so as you can see, I still have 1 minute left on the clock, but I'm saying, listen, I got to walk around a little bit. I'm pacing like a wolf on a prowl. I'm breathing. I'm putting my equipment back on. And now I'm thinking, okay, when am I ready to get back to it? I think right at 45 seconds, I was thinking, all right, I think I'm ready. And 30 seconds, once 30 seconds hit, I think I started again, right? See, my eyes are always on the clock. I want to feel, because the ENON method is telling you, listen, this is the amount of time that you have. You can finish faster, but once the clock strikes 0, you got to get back at it if you want to or not. That's why I like these timed rests. So let's see what the jerk looks like. Again, boom. Yeah, bad. It's not that good. It's not that good. But I'm still happy with it. Still happy, not that good. I can do way better. But I love this exercise. And so these are the powerful exercises that I wanted to show you. It's the double jerk, the double half snatch, and thrust and jerk. Powerful exercises. And what did I do at the end? The same thing. And you can follow me. I'm going to post this follow-along workout in a couple of days. What did I do today? I told myself, all right, it's not 100 reps. It's 110 reps. So I did 55 reps per side with the 24 kg. I didn't time it. I just wanted to do it. And let me tell you one thing. After reaching rep 30, I felt like giving up. You don't see it in my face, but I felt like giving up. I felt like, no, I have to stop earlier. But these thoughts, they come up. And one particular method that we are now employing is we say, listen, everything happens from the throat down. It's not supposed to go up into your brain. It's supposed to stop at the throat. You're supposed to have gatekeepers right here when the signals from the body are coming up into your brain. Yes, you can recognize them, but you're not supposed to react. It's like sleeping next to train rails or sleeping next to a train station. The first couple of nights, you're going to always hear the train and wake up at night. But the day will come where your brain gets the signal, but you're ignoring it because you're sleeping in. And then one day, you don't even hear the train anymore. Same here. So these signals come up, but I know that they're coming. And I'm already gassed. I'm tired, but I know that I can do it. So I'm able to bust out 55 reps, and you can see it in my face. This is what I call the zombie face. That expression like nothing's moving. And I got this great tip from Alexander Khwostov. He said, do not change your face. Don't do the Joker face, do the poker face. Because once you start moving these muscles in the face and in the neck, and you start tensing up, your breathing is going to suffer. So you always want to keep this thing relaxed. If somebody's watching this, it's probably thinking, all right, this guy doesn't have a problem. But my brain is lighting up like a Christmas tree. And then after I was switching sides, here's what's happening. I got to catch my breath. I got to catch my breath. And this is where I realized a lot of the Russian guys are telling me this. They say, this is a cardiovascular exercise. That's why you bring your cardiovascular strength and your cardio up to speed, because it's not the technique. I didn't feel no shoulders, no forearms. People are asking me, how about your forearms in the snatch? No issues, no problems, no nothing. What I'm feeling is my energy. I feel I'm getting gassed. I feel that my engine is running out of gas. So what I have to work on is my engine. And see, I'm getting a little bit slower, but at the end, watch this. This is the sprint method. At the end, I was like, I got to do it. I got to do it. These signals are almost destroying me, but I'm telling my body, no, I got to do it. When you're training, sometimes it happens that you get signals from the body that you're supposed to stop. Now, you're at a crossroad right now. You can decide, do I stop or do I continue? It depends on one particular factor. If you are already a professional in the term of very advanced lifter, you understand your body, you know your limits, you know you can crank out 100 reps, but you get tired after 50, this means I got to push through. Because my body wants to stop, but my brain is in charge, so I have to decide to keep going. On the other hand, if you're just getting started, it means you have to stop. Maybe your body is sending you the proper signals where you have to stop, unless you want to hurt yourself or you're so gassed that the kettlebell drops or you have to recover like forever. No, this is a very fine line that you are walking. That's the beautiful thing about this powerful thing that we call kettlebell training. You have to understand, do I have to stop because I'm still a beginner, or can I push through because I'm advanced? And that's the powerful thing. I cannot make this decision for you. You have to feel it. My brother, Albert Ekbert, the Flowing Dutchman, said one thing that I want to end this video with. He said, feeling is understanding. Here's the next thing that you have to do. Clean and press that like and subscribe button. Share with a friend who's also interested in kettlebells. And if you made it this far, download my free ebook in the first link in the description called the Kettlebell Code. If you're over 40, 50, or 60, you don't have a lot of time, but you still want to take care of your fitness. This is where the kettlebell comes in. And I'm here to help you. I want to give you a shortcut to success with that ebook. 16 pages filled with information. And the best thing about it, 100% free. So download it right now in the first link in the description or in the pinned comment.